cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's man Theo Butter. Yeah, we in here. It's Sunday. We vibing. We chilling and everything like that. I figured today be a nice little day to get, especially after that last issue. Especially after that last issue. I felt like today would be a great day for us to get caught up on some stuff. Yeah. I felt like today would be a great day for us to get caught up on some stuff. See how we feeling about the series and everything like that. Yeah. So if you pulling up, you got the notification and everything. I got the notification. I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if we live. Now if we live, oh, there go one. Yeah, that's almost enough to have some fun right there. Yeah, we gonna go back. We gonna go back in the time. There is my elder, Mr. Ray Smith. There you go. I ain't even got. I don't need that. Do that, boy. Look here. If I got Mr. Ray Smith and Juju up in the building, oh yeah, we finna go ahead and get this thing started right now. We finna go ahead. You know what? Before we get this party started, though, I want to, I like to give people a shout out when they want it. They be desperately searching for it and everything like that. And hey, I say if you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. So I feel like we got to do our due diligence. This comes on the heel of last week. We had that comic book come out. Not gonna mention it. No, I ain't giving no pub to that comic book. What I will do is mention the author's name, the writer's name. It's written by Christopher Priest. Now, we're fair to Christopher Priest. We like some of his work. As Black Panther fans, some of his work we don't too particularly care for. There's some folks that like some of the stuff Ta-Nehisi Coates did. Some folks don't care for nothing that Ta-Nehisi Coates did. Yeah. There's some people that like, and I'm happy. I happen to be one of them. There are some folks that like what Don McGregor did, and there are some folks that don't like what Don McGregor did. You see what I'm doing here? See what I'm doing here? So, but we still Black Panther fans. Now, since last week, I don't know why, what for, what we got going on, but I tell people all the time, if I don't mind making you famous. You going so hard to be famous, I don't mind. I'm gonna help you be famous. There's somebody right now. I'm gonna say he's a diehard Christopher Priest fan. I'm gonna say Buddy is a diehard for Bass Sake. Yeah, that's what his name is, for Bass Sake, over on Twitter. He been losing his mind since last week. Natello puts up a picture on Twitter what he chose to spend his money on. I don't know when that became a problem, but and he did have a caption. Rather than, right, spending his money on that comic book. For Bass Sake, been defending that damn comic book since Wednesday. He act like he talking to Black Panther fans that just got here. Yeah, and then want to be condescending. What was that comment? Yeah, because that was condescending as hell. Let me go back, because this get me right here. But that's why this fan base gets underserved. Majority of y'all have this Goku complex. You sound young. Goku is recent. Yeah. T'Challa predates Goku. And if that's when you came into T'Challa was Goku, you telling on yourself. Have this Goku complex of wanting a picturesque hero. I want a compelling story that challenges the reader in thought. See, it's Sunday. See, that would get you snatched up by your elders. That condescending comment right there. This lets me know, once again, the lack of home training. You ain't got no daddy in your life. You don't know a damn thing about your elders. You ain't spent no time with your grandparents or nothing like that. Also, you're ignorant. You don't know how to read the room. What do we say? We said you could like it. And you still going strong. Even when I say to you, you could probably be a better writer than Christopher Priest, that's me giving you, I would glaze you. I don't glaze no man. What I would do is give you the same constructive criticism that we give these writers today that you seem like you too sensitive to take. Yeah. You done spent the better part of a damn week bragging about Christopher Priest. Where's your Black Panther work at? Where's your Black Panther story? Because I know one of the guys that was engaging with you, he's working on his second Black Panther digital project. You? Yeah, this would be his, and when I say second Black Panther digital project, he's already got 7 digital comic books out there related to Black Panther. You? For Bass' sake, Necropolis, Wakanda. You name yourself after Bass. Have you seen Bass yet show up in Christopher Priest's run? You say for Bass' sake, when was the last time you saw Bass? Oh, that would be Brian Hill's run. You say Necropolis. When was the last time you saw it? Right. That would be Ta-Nehisi Coates. See, you capping for somebody. Is that, wait, are you Christopher Priest? No, because I'm looking at this bio now. I got to look at it. Let me see. Joined December 2023. You following 13. You ain't got no followers. Are you Christopher Priest? And this is, no, if you Christopher, bro, we like some of the stuff you did, some of the stuff you don't like. If you are a fanboy of Christopher Priest, some of the stuff he liked, some of the stuff he did, we don't like. Here we go. I like Reginald Hudlin. Ask me, do I like every damn thing Reginald Hudlin did on Black Panther? No, I don't. No, I don't. And low-key, Christopher Priest is revisiting that which he got from Reginald Hudlin, not the other way around. So no, we need to stop that. We get out your feelings. If you are Christopher Priest, you done some good stuff. You done some stuff we like. You done some stuff we didn't like. If you're not Christopher Priest, for Bass' sake, get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. I happen to own every issue that dude wrote, all 15 issues. Not everybody got that. I don't look down at those that don't have it. Like, you didn't want it? I understand. I get it. Now, why I got it is something completely different. But I don't admonish folks for, no, you make your own damn decision. But aside from being deliberately ignorant / stupid, even though your name is for Bass' sake, you know T'Challa's humble so he can learn. You ain't learned a damn thing from me, nor those that were trying to talk to you. You would be arrogant in this particular situation. Yeah, you got way too much arrogance to you. Can't you got Mr. Ray Smith in the chat, who's older than me, and I'm 3 years away from 60, and he could tell me stuff about this character I ain't learned. But you know though, go ahead. Go. You said for Bass' sake, huh? I'll move right along. Hopefully you got your 15 minutes of fame. We're going to keep the party rolling, keep up with these notes, and go about our business. What is going on? My fellow devil dog, The president of the Black Panther fan group is in the building. Yeah, he's Christopher Leach right now to me. Hey, yeah, it's his fault. It's his fault. Not tell him triggered him. He did. Not tell him, God, dude. Buddy, I'm like sitting up here like, you know we read his stories. You don't need to defend Christopher Priest. Then what got me, he trying to educate us on Christopher Priest. Ben, we got videos out there educating folks about the character where we literally quoted Christopher Priest. Boy, get your weight up. That's what I said. I said Ben, because I'm like, damn, you don't do no research. Is that what we do today on social media? We don't go look up nobody. We don't try and figure out who we talking to. But social media gonna get plenty of y'all asses whooped in real day-to-day life. Social media got y'all doing stuff y'all would never think about doing in real life. You would never go into a barbershop with a bunch of old ass men thinking you knew every damn thing. You would sit your young ass down some damn well. You would. Social media got y'all gassed up. You can't see the person you talking to, so you feel enabled. Boy, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Let me keep up with these notes, because we ain't come here for that. We did not. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna say not tell them. This your fault. But it been going on for days causing your picture. It's your fault. What's going on? Kamoyo King, not tell him is in the building. Afro Samurai, what's going on? A whole alt account. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what? I like when we get Afro Samurai, because he would say, where's my Afrofuturism at? Clearly not in that damn book. Clearly. Anansi the Spider, what is going on? What's up? That's as dumb as the idiot who kept asking me if I read the Hutland Run. I would have loved to beat it on because they beat it and just came across it. You didn't read it when it first damn came out. You got it in your house, saved some damn well. If one of your exes ain't threw it in the damn trash, the damn story is committed to memory. But here we go. Oh, I done just came across this here. Now let me show y'all what I came across. This some good reading right here. I think that's what it was. We didn't get excited. I think that we can't. You reading it now. We read it when it came out. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. That's it, though. That ain't why we're here. No, why we're here is to jump off into this right here yonder. I'm gonna lean on over here to this. I'm gonna turn around there right there, right. We see we got Brian here. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. I think we did this last time with Sherilyn Eaton's Blood Hunt. We went over those 3 issues and everything like that. And as Black Panther fans, especially what took place last issue. Especially what took place last issue. What I do, I'm going to get in the internet and say what I got to say and dip. Hey, you did that. You did that. Now, you got in and you dipped now. Boy, look. Everybody didn't do that. You left a lasting impression with that one. You left a lasting impression. Let me see here. What's going on? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta check my soul. Yeah, you man, listen. Brian cutting up, love to see. Yeah. So yeah, Brian, and you, cause we had a lot of talk about Brian Hill, right? Pick up the pace. Right? We need to see some intellect. Right? Need to see T'Challa acting more like T'Challa. Right? Well, let's go and get on up into this puppy. Now, I have. Yeah, see how we did that right there? I got what I wanted. I ain't tell nobody to go get it. I said I liked it. I said I liked it. I like both Ta-Nehisi Coates' story arcs. I like both of them. Everybody don't like both of them. I don't judge folk that don't like it. I don't think little, small, different, or anybody that don't. I like it. I matter to Theo. That's That's what matters, because Theo spent his money on it. If Theo don't like it, guess what? Theo don't spend his money on it. Right. But I don't think any differently of folks that don't like his run. It's just something you didn't like. Agree to disagree. Move on. It don't require no childish ass comments. Him grow up. But you did say Goku. Told on your damn self. You're the lovely Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor in the building. Yes. So we got both these right here, right? Juju is the king of doing that right there. Juju is the king of doing that. So we got two different versions of issue 1. Right. Ultimate Black Panther. We got some beautiful artwork. Stefano Caselli been making it do what it been doing and everything like that. And what we open up with issue 1. We had Khonshu and Ra. Now I ain't gonna lie. Tell me how you feeling. I could be feeling this way on my own. But I feel like the build-up for Khonshu and Ra, unless we got something coming later on down the pipe, that's a possibility. I feel like we got this big old build-up for Khonshu and Ra just for it to fizzle. Like this first issue, this right here. That splash page is nice. That splash page right there, that splash. You saying, whoa, they. And they say, in our name, claim this land. Now, like I said, this was the splash page. So I'm thinking, okay, they gonna be the ops for T'Challa. Okay, and then we get my two dudes. Like Theo. No, y'all know what I'm talking about. I didn't talk about them so much, I didn't commit their name to memory. Faxel and Anon. Brian, I'm not letting you off the hook, dog. I'm not letting you off the hook. No, we even get Faxel and Anon right here. They're keeping up with what's going on with Ra and Khonshu's forces. They are raiding, sacking a town. We got this young man crying out and everything like that there. And T'Challa wake up. Yeah, T'Challa sleep like I do. It's quite a few times T'Challa is gonna wake up from having a damn nightmare. And then we get this thing right here, which is some of us had questions, playful questions, petty questions, if you will, when we saw that he and Okoye, not to be confused with him and Roro, he and Okoye, she being his wife, in this timeline, this alternate universe, they sleep in two separate beds. They sleep in two separate beds. They do. And we had conversation about it. Myself, Kamoyo, my brother D-Real and everything like that was trying to figure out why. If you my age or older and everything, you remember I Love Lucy. You remember where she slept in a separate bed from her husband, right? Ricky Ricardo. Right. There's some good shows back then. Anyway, so they sleeping in a separate bed. So you look, you old school, you like, well, damn. All right. And we find out that Okoye, and this is some step, listen, Mr. Caselli, I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny. Here we go. Miss Danielle Guerrero, young lady that play Okoye, if they bring you back, right? This it right here. I say if they bring you back, I don't know. This it right here. This hairstyle right here. Yeah. The 1950s obscenity law. Grand Madam Tarot, in essence, is letting us know why they couldn't be sleeping in the same bed back then on a TV show. Yes, we go back. Good looking Grand Madam Tarot. So we get this. Like I said, Miss Guerrero, the hairstyle is fierce. It's fierce. We get T'Challa. Come on now. Is that not the epitome of the Golden City? Is that not the epitome of the Golden City? You see my dog looking out over it? My dog looking out. This This was a nice. Did we remember when we said we were gonna go get this comic book? You remember the Wednesday it came out? Who all remember the Wednesday it came out when it was sold out before it came out? I still don't know how that happened. We need to understand something that had never happened before then. I don't believe, and it damn sure ain't happened since then. Comics sold out before it hit. I ain't saying, I'm just saying comics sold out before it hit. I don't know how that. I'm so glad I had mine in reserve. I'd have been mad. Hey, what's going on here? Let me keep up with these notes real quick. I don't want to see another bald head door. Let them sisters have hair. I ain't saying, I'm just saying I absolutely love Ultimate Black Panther. Listen, which is, and I'm glad you said that, Afro, because we know there was some stuff being said out there in the ether. Right. And what did we say? We said something. You know what? Stop taking our stuff. Misappropriated. We said let him cook. We said let him cook. But now we said let him cook because we didn't get anything deceptive on the last page. We said let him cook. He ain't say, because he didn't say give me till issue 3 and it might make sense to you. No, we said let him cook because we were like, we got Blade. We got Blade, Red Band. This is world building because this place didn't exist before then. So you got to flesh some stuff out. We said let him cook. Okay. So glad we listened. So we get the official opening up the first issue. We get the chart. This is a bad outfit. This is a bad outfit right here. And just off the rip, every Black Panther fan that's a dude wanted this outfit. We still do. This is a cold out Stefano. That's a cold outfit. That's a cold outfit. We got T'Challa walking. And do you see the brothers? Hold on. Now they ain't got no name because we don't really I don't know what's going on. You know what? Can I say this? I think low key it's some black men out here jealous of the black men in Wakanda. I'm gonna say that one more time. I think it's some black men out here jealous because the white dudes ain't got no problem. And the sisters would draw them. The sisters would talk about them. No. I think it's some black men out here got issues with black men from Wakanda, which is possible. That ain't a far reach. Wakanda is in Africa. And we not gonna act like every black American wants to be cool with black folks from Africa. We're not gonna act like that, nor the other way around. Well, you know how we talk about writers projecting themselves into stories and everything like that? Right. I'm of the mindset it's quite a few writers that have been writing Black Panther comic books that's got an issue with black men in Africa. I said what I said. Anyway, once again, we get some fierce artwork. I would love to see this come back. Like, I don't want to see that be an empty thing. Mr. Caselli, you killed the damn thing with that. Of course, you've always been killing the thing. We see T'Challa pull up, have a conversation with his father, T'Chaka. Can I be petty for a second? You know, T'Challa had more interaction with his pops in the Ultimate Universe than he had in the 1999 universe. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep up with these notes, go back to these notes though. Big jealous. I know T'Challa pissed. He done got the cookie and somebody done stole it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Facts, Afro Samurai. I don't want to see another ball. Let me just keep going here. Big jealous, hit the likes. My tribe, please, and would if you could. Thank you so much. These Steves are the Rock With Me Nation moderators in the building. That means be respectful. Well, you should be respectful, period. But I get it. Social media, we don't know how to be respectful. We don't even know how to just read the room. We don't. We feel like we just got to get our point across. Even when folks say, there's no reason for you to make a point. There's no reason. You ain't telling us nothing we don't know. We just don't care. But we do get T'Challa interacting more with T'Chaka in this book than the entire time in the MCU. That is just what that is. And what is T'Chaka trying to tell him? He say, hey, man, I know you don't really trust the matron and Mala and everything like that. You don't really get down with them people and everything like that. The Voodoo Khan, you don't really rock with them. I was talking to him though. I was chirping it up with him. Right. T'Challa like, well, I don't really trust them like that. You ain't got to trust them. Just hear what they got to say. We get some nice interaction. And then we got the Voodoo Khan. Once again, I don't know where we got the character design for her. But I'm picking it up. And then when you take into consideration, we finally get to see what she looked like out from up under her hood. Got the locks and everything like that. Brown. Something going on with the matron and model. I don't. But anyway, she talked to T'Challa. She kicked the bobo with him and everything like that. Let him know. Same thing. Hey, we here for Wakanda. That's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. So you ain't got to worry about us. But he worried, though. He worried. And thus, T'Challa holds a court. Once again, Stefano Caselli is killing it. Like this right here. That picture right there. The character design. The costume design. Listen, I wouldn't be mad if I seen some sisters playing dress up this year. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad if I seen some brothers doing that. Hey, we need that outfit though. I don't. Yeah. We need that. We could you, our culture, you know, it's hot outside, so we didn't have the all white party and everything like that. Would you wear this to an all black party? Could you see me pulling up to an all black party with that outfit on, and I got this right here in my hand? Could you see me going to an all black party and it's lighting up and I got that outfit on and I got this in my hand? I have to talk to somebody, see what we can do. Have to talk to somebody and see what we can do. And again, we get a Faxel and a non-sighting. I said it once, I said it again, Brian. I ain't letting you off the hook. In essence, I like Faxel and Anon. That's what that is. I like Faxel and Anon. And we do get this thing here, unfortunately, wear and tear, but we got another issue. Another comic. We get T'Challa, Okoye chopping up the bit. I don't really know who to trust in. I really, really don't. We go back to this conversation between him and the Voodoo Khan. In meditation, we have sensed the violent becoming enemies in our midst, enemies outside of the walls. Trust no one, my king. She did tell him don't trust nobody. She did. I don't know if he realized she was talking about herself, but she did tell him don't trust nobody. Let me keep up with these notes where we at. Where we at, Anonza the Spider. I've been enjoying this Ultimate Black Panther run. It's my second favorite Black Panther comic book run so far. Hey, it's making it do what it does. The artwork is cool. This splash page right here. How does it feel to see your mind laid before you, Princess Shuri? That's a beautiful picture. That is a beautiful picture. And I want to say this Dora's name is Abeni. Abeni, Abeni. Ain't seen her again. Ain't seen her again. All right, Brian. You named her. I ain't seen her. Come on now. Caselli been that dude on pencils, been a fan since Hickman's Secret War. Hey, he making it do what it do. I'm gonna just say they dipped off to do another mission as head cannon. About Faxel and Anon, they went and handled, they took at Benny with them. They took a Benny with him. Yeah, see, they took a Benny with him. Yeah. Anyway, when we're reading issue 1, we're of the mindset that the person based on the solicit who wants war is Shorty. Let's go back. Let's think about the solicit. We thought, who did we think was the person that was going to betray Wakanda? Because we got the Lady of the Light, that's Aurora, right? Who was supposed to betray Wakanda? Because I know we were looking at Shorty. Based on, some folks were looking at Okoye. But based on what we know right now, because we see what's going on in issue 17, right? Eric and Okoye. Well, the way Eric want to run Wakanda ain't the way T'Challa wants to run Wakanda. So who would be the traitor? Because it ain't Eric, because Eric ain't Wakandan. This hit a little bit differently, not on it. It make you ask them questions a whole lot differently now. I just noticed that T'Challa's 2 warriors are wearing the same scarf T'Challa wore in Benay. Hey. You see me going back? See, that's why I love to do this right here. Yeah. Same scar T'Challa wore in Benay, T'Chaka. Afternoon cousins. Yeah. I'ma just say they dipped off. It make you want to go back. It make you want to go back. It make you sit here and say, wow, let me go back, see what I missed. Where we at? Want to make sure. Afternoon. Miss Maxine Shaw in the building. What is going on? So, like I said, we know that there was a traitor. The Lady of the Light, yes, that's Aurora. But who is the traitor? Anyway, we get a little bit further along in issue 1. We see some troops from Khonshu pull up. See the little young man on the ground. He about to shed a tear. And we get Eric. Now, this is a unique design, a unique take on Eric pulling up. But we gotten different takes on Eric. And I believe one of the hallmarks of a great villain is an iconic look. We see the Joker. We got the 3-piece suit, right? Purple. The Riddler is the jumpsuit with all the question marks on it. Dr. Octopus, green suit, orange belt, red, orange gloves, orange boots and everything like that. Eric's first suit never really, it needed something. Thus, I don't believe it was a stretch to put him in a Black Panther costume. When Christopher Priest did write him, the Black Panther costume actually looks better than what he made his debut in. Some white tights with red straps and studs on it. That's not what that is. Then when you look at him in the movie, that was T'Challa's outfit. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but he's never, other side from when Christopher Priest put him in the Panther habit, he's never looked like that. And so then you have that. And then you have over in Marvel, what's the name of the series? Avengers Assemble. That's a whole different design. And then you got this, which is a different character design. Eric needs an iconic design because even when Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote him, he took on the form of a symbiote. So even that wasn't a distinctive look. It was somebody else's. Eric needs a distinctive costume design. And I dare say this in regards of the majority of Black Panther villains, they need a distinctive costume. They don't have one. They need a distinctive costume that damn near every artist can come up after the other artist then drew it, come up right behind it and pick it up. Sabretooth has an iconic costume. Black Tom Cassidy has an iconic costume. Whether we like them, don't matter. It's iconic. They sit right there. You know who those characters are based on their costume design. Eric needs that. That said, this is a interesting character design. I like it more so without the overcoat, is what I would say. I like it more so without the overcoat. But we do get Eric pulling up. Eric pulls up, and Eric got this axe that don't play the radio. He throw the axe come back to him, but then he ain't pulling up by himself. Aurora pulls up. Yes, we see Eric throwing the axe. Axe comes back to him. We see he got his hand extended, got that Mjolnir action going on. He catches it. Aurora pulls up as the Wind Rider. Folks are looking up in shock, in awe, because I don't think they've ever seen somebody in Africa fly before, but that's what she's doing. Then we move on over to Wakanda, the annual celebration of life, the most advanced, technological advanced nation on earth. They've got this disc floating high above the ground. I'm scared of heights. That would have been me. I ain't walking out there. Anyway, we get what we always get, T'Chaka deleted. Except in this particular instance, it's not Claude that deletes T'Chaka. No, it's a suicide deleter, deleting T'Chaka and everything like that. Plummets T'Challa. Theo, no, I feel like I need to say something. Y'all see how far he fallen? All right. So he's falling. Because, you know, people have questions about whether or not he's got superhuman abilities or not. He's falling. That's a great height. Costume be damned. Yeah, the costume can absorb all the kinetic energy it wants to. His muscles, his bones, and his tendons must be able to compensate for the shock that's running through his body when he hits the ground. And the only way you're doing that, your costume be damned, is if you're superhuman. Why would he even need the heart-shaped herb? We can just pray and talk to Bass. But anyway, he activates his costume. Some have said they liked it. Some have said they didn't like it. We get T'Challa with the costume. His face is showing. Now, this wasn't bad to me. Shout out once again to Stefano Caselli. I just took it as an homage to his mask back in the day when he was running around with the Avengers. He ain't always had a whole mask. He didn't. There was a period of time in which his face showed. So keeping up with that, we got Darren Field. What's going on? Pine Tops, North Carolina. What's going on? North Kakalaki in the building. Black Panther heroes and villains need manly looking costumes. Red and white gives me candy cane colors. You know, I can't say you're wrong, Gray Madam. I can't say you're wrong about that at all. So clown wear. I couldn't remember the correct spelling of the city for that. Thank you so much, Grand Madam. Definitely up there with my favorite BP run. Yeah. Let me see. So that was that. That was that. Issue 1. And like I said, I bought two versions of it. Right. Not everybody did. It's okay. It's all right. Not everybody is a Black Panther Brian Hill fan. It's okay. You ain't got you don't necessarily have to be. That's not what we're doing. The thing is we want the stories to make sense. Right? And a story that would make sense, I'm just doubling back. is not the story about Everett Ross. We don't care about Everett Ross. The story that would have made sense to us is Hunter. But you're not quoting Hunter, though. You talking about the child of Everett Ross. We didn't give two damns about Everett Ross. What makes you think we care about his offspring? We don't. But it ain't got nothing to do with white characters, because there's also Horatio Walters, which you didn't mention. Bass, what's your name? Bass, this, that, and the third. Yeah, you didn't mention that. See, mind you, the characters that I just mentioned, those are also Christopher Priest creations. While you trying to lecture us on the knowledge of everything that is Christopher Priest, like I said, learn to read the room. If you learn to read the room, you wouldn't have spent damn near 4 or 5 days wasting your damn time. We don't want Everett Ross. We don't want Everett Ross offspring. Where's Hunter? Where's Casper Cole? No, those are his creations. And if he gonna come back and do something with a white character, come back and do something with the white character you created. Yeah. This here comes the peanut gallery. Boy, you so sad. I'm gonna do this for you. Because see, you gotta want to learn. It's easier to be a smart ass than to be actually smart. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. You know them kids don't know about the half mass. Listen, here's what we just did, because he wants to be a continued ass. Everybody, see, I love this part right here, because Kamoyo said something the other day. Everybody that interacted with him, block him. Let him get his knowledge on his own. Because he didn't have nobody else to talk to, clearly, until Nitelum pulled up. So, with that said, let him go back to where he was before, finding other people to talk to. His knowledge either going to level up or it's going to fall off. It's either going to level up or it's going to fall off. And it ain't going to have nothing to do with us. He either going to impress people with his Black Panther knowledge or he not. Either way, it ain't going to have nothing to do with us. That's how we move. That's how we move when folks get beside themselves. Let me see. Who is saying that T'Challa is not superhuman? That just tells me that, listen, this young man, he didn't say that, but he is quoting Christopher Priest as far as saying T'Challa isn't a hero, because Christopher Priest said it. He's a king, not a hero. I ain't never heard anybody make that type of nonsense, say that type of nonsense about Arthur Curry. But like I said, I'm going to let him be great. I'm going to let him be great. I didn't see no Black Panther stuff over there aside from him saying he's a Black Panther fan. Over here, Rock With Me Nation, we got better stuff to do. Bro had 0 followers, troll account. Hey, I don't even like to do that part there, Juju, and I'm going to tell you why. As much as Daryl and I talk and everything like that, the numbers don't matter. It's the knowledge. It's the knowledge. The willingness to learn, the willingness to share. That's what matters to us. So I say that because I don't want him thinking that's what it was. No, it ain't had nothing to do with that. You's an arrogant, disrespectful cuss. You want folks to like what you like, not like what they like. Then you see so much of Christopher Priest, you're not even checking for you. Even when Buckmeister, going back and forth with Buckmeister. Buckmeister is dedicated to uplifting his character, not just through with words, with action. But he's done something that young jit hadn't. Actions. What we do over here with the Rock With Me Nations, when it comes to not one, but all the characters from Wakanda, we uplift all of them. We're dedicated to educating folks about all of them. We're dedicated to getting action figures for all of them, not for some of them, not for a few of them, not just for the ones written by Christopher Priest, not just for the ones written by Reginald Hudlin. All of them. Well, he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. Because what we do in Wakanda, when you get to acting Aki, we just close the borders. We just close the borders. You either want to be here or you don't. And being over here don't mean you fixing to just cap for a writer. You capping for the characters. See, that's your first mistake right there. We appreciate what the writers do, but we got the characters right here. You talking about a writer. Well, you stay right on over there with that writer. Stay right on over there with that writer. I hope that writer gets you what you need. Because we got Wakanda at the house. Well, what we say? We got Wakanda at the house. We ain't really got to go to no movie to get Wakanda. We ain't got to go to no movie. We ain't got to turn on no TV set to get Wakanda. Quite a few of us just walk in a whole different room in our house and bam, there it is. Bam, there it is. So, good looking with that. We gonna move right along though, because Steezel, for bad sake, is the Twitter handle. Yeah, he good. I done went on and blocked that. Ain't no cause from afar, you can't tell which person is stupid. They're going back and forth. You can't tell from afar. And if you thinking one person is intelligent and one person being deliberately dumb, from afar, you're gonna ask, why is the intelligent person still talking to the person that's being stupid? Anyway, we move on up to issue 2 because we ain't come here for that. We move on up to issue 2. We see T'Challa sitting in his bed and Okoye consoling him from her bed. They got walking distance. They got a whole nightstand between their bed. She trying to get him because my dog having nightmares and everything. I seen that dude. You were kidding me. I will block and delete for the blasphemy alone. Hit that. Like I said, he say here come the something. He said he don't. That whole thing. I'm gonna let him be great. I'm gonna let him be great. For bad sake, the Rock With Me Nation pulled up. I appreciate y'all. LOL. Wakanda pulled up for real. We just said all we wanted to say was, hey man, here we go. You know what he did? He did something we don't do, which is crazy considering we don't like the comic book, The World to Come. We ain't trolling nobody that bought that comic book. That's the damnest thing about it. We ain't trolling anybody that bought that comic book. We're not even trolling the writer. We low-key don't talk about it. Daryl ain't got no video talking about, He went for like 4 or 5 days doing something that folks would accuse us of doing. It's our fault that the character, it's writing like this. You're capping for a dude who in 2 issues ain't featured the main character doing anything heroic. That's why the character got problems. The fact that the writer he capping for had no problem saying he could do a comic book, that character's comic book, and he did quite a few issues like that. Folks just need to go back and read it. During his run, he wrote quite a few Black Panther comic books. T'Challa wasn't the featured character in his own damn comic book. Low-key, that ain't any different than him not being the featured character in his own movie. But that's what keeps the character from being developed when you're not even maximizing that character in their own damn comic book. That's what that is. But you got to let fools be fools. So he thinks he knows. I'm going to let it be. It ain't for me to go back and forth with him. Why? Because we're dedicated to uplifting not just T'Challa, but all the characters from Wakanda over here. Hence me asking, where's Faxel and Anon at? Where Ebony at? We're not doing that. Anyway, to getting back to issue 2, T'Challa and Okoye kicking a bobo. She's trying to get to the heart of the matter. You're grieving T'Challa and angry, and you're angry because you're afraid. Fear is what anger truly is. And what am I afraid of, my queen, is what he's asking her. What all men fear, that what they are will never be good enough. Now, mind you, that whole "you will never be good enough" thing, I think that is a sentiment to a degree that we've heard way too often. And it wasn't, that damn JR run, it's way too much that, and to Maxine Shaw's credit, because she said it, here's what's damaged the reputation of T'Challa. Cartoons, movies, and inconsistent writing. Cartoons, movies, and inconsistent writing. Somebody said something today. I was reading it on social media. They said they didn't know who Mr. Terrific was prior to the movie. Somebody said how long that character been around, 1997. And the smart ass remark from somebody that looks like you and I was, not everybody reads stuff like that. Who fault that is? We read a lot of stuff on a daily damn basis that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. We check for stuff on a daily damn basis, scrolling through our cell phone, stuff that we're not interested in, and we literally sit there and give it about 30, 40 seconds of our time. Right? But with this character that somebody saw pop up in a cartoon, Justice League Unlimited, or the Arrowverse, you couldn't be bothered to go check out and figure out who the character was. That's another reason why we don't see the character. How many people said when he showed up in the CW, his name is Michael, not Curtis? That literally should have been every comic book fan, regardless of who they are, saying his name is Michael, not Curtis. But the fanfare behind that character, don't act brand new right now. Don't get gung-ho right now. See, the same way you acting right now in regards to Edie Gathegi and what he did with Mr. Terrific, you should have been acting like that when that character showed up in that damn TV show. You should have been acting like that when that damn character showed up in the Justice League cartoon. Somebody asked a damn question. Said that'd be a nice jacket. It would have made a nice jacket a long damn time ago. Why we ain't never got it? You got Logan's jacket on. You got Star-Lord's jacket hanging up in your closet. You probably got Guy Gardner's jacket. But Mike been around since 1997. And Mike then popped up in quite a few different merch. He ain't new. He ain't new. You didn't walk past somebody with a Mr. Terrific action figure somewhere on their damn desk, and you asked who it was, you just kept going. Who is that? Oh, that's Mr. Terrific. And you just kept right on going. Don't act brand new right now. Acting brand new when these characters been around is what's going on with T'Challa. Because we got smart asses want to act like they know everything, like the character just came into the world when they were born. Character was around before your mom and daddy met. Anyway, going back to issue 2, we get Okoye, we get T'Challa. She's trying to say, hey, lift your head up, get your confidence up together. We Black Panther fans, we sensitive because we tired of seeing our boy walk around with his head down and everything like that because we literally got 15 issues of that trash. I get it. And he was lost in an intergalactic galaxy. Well, he was lost in a galaxy, so I understand. We got him back on planet Earth, different universe. We wanted to see him do some stuff. He goes to meet the matron of Marvel. She says to him, a woman of light will come to you. She is around you now. Fates intertwine. Between you, there is a bond made during war, and she will give you an heir. that the heir that Wakanda has awaited generations for. That take on a whole different meaning when you go to issue 17, like, so you talking about Xenon this whole daggone time? Anyway, T'Challa said, Queen Okoye would give me an heir. She is close to you. She is your light. That's Matron Amala asking him a question about Okoye. Is Okoye your light? She is my sanity. I never wanted to be a king of war, Imala. Destiny cares little for what we want, my king. Destiny doesn't care about us at all. That's the true words never been spoken. Destiny really don't give two damn. We pull out on the outside of Wakanda. Once again, great work putting all these characters together. One page, one shot, one panel. We got doors. We got doors taking on Khonshu's Knights. Now, this is the cognitive dissonance that I'll be talking about. This is me being constructively critical. Imagery, representation, love, loyalty. The love and the loyalty that plays out as the story unfolds. Imagery. What do I have here? Tell me what you see. Tell me the image. What do you see? Tell me what you see. Now, what I see and what I know are two different things. What I see are doors on the perimeter of Wakanda, taking on Khonshu's men, fighters, soldiers, if you will. There's a bigger picture here, though. I see women fighting men. There's a deeper picture here, though. I see black women fighting men. This picture played out in Black Panther 2, where we saw women fighting men. Okay, I'm sorry. Not that that can't happen, but imagery, right? Who's the protector of black women? Because you can't keep saying that black women aren't being appreciated. You can't keep saying black women aren't being protected, but go above and beyond to put out imagery where the black women are by themselves, even though we got black men in the comic. That's the sister at the gas station getting out her car, going inside, paying for her gas, coming back outside, opening up her gas tank and putting gas in the car while a perfectly fine man sits on the passenger side, not doing a damn thing. Let me say it like this. I might say it a little bit louder. When are we looking at our women to go out and physically engage a male from any ethnic group? What does that say about the men? What are we telling the women to do? That's the imagery. I'm not proud of it because I know what it's saying. Now, let me go to being a Black Panther fan. The Doras guard the throne. That's their purpose. They guard the throne. They were created for that purpose alone, to guard the throne. Now, that's their official purpose. The unofficial purpose was so Nahanda could run the streets. Their purpose is to guard the throne. Now, the reason we brought them together was so we could keep war down between the tribes. That way, any young lady from a tribe could be a Dora to protect the throne. On this battlefield, there is no throne. There is no throne. The Dora's official job is the throne. We don't like saying it because while we don't mind giving shine to that warrior group, we feel like it takes away from them to say it's the Hatut's job to go out there and do that. That's their job. Go out, wage war, destabilize. That's what they do. Go out and shut down any military opposition to Wakanda, whether it's started or not. Stop it before it begins. That's their responsibility. Well, we're not getting that in this. We're not. And while I am a fan of the artwork, a fan of the writer, we need to be careful the message we're sending. Especially in this day and age where there's way too many of us participating in, pop the balloon contest? Yeah, way too many of us not, okay, now I'm finna go there. Way too many of us being inconsistent when it comes to our women. So Neon made a comment about Harriet Tubman and you got pissy about that, but you let Andrew Schultz sit up in your face? So you come down hard on a kid, but you ain't got that energy for a grown man. A grown man who went above and beyond. I don't think Neon, whatever his damn name is as influential as Andrew Schultz. Let me get here. He voted for Donald. And you had him on your show, The Breakfast Club. All y'all did. And you fans of Charlemagne? Andrew Schultz sat right there. He didn't get that. Why? Because you're afraid of Andrew Schultz? Or is this more along the lines of you being inconsistently black? Only when it matters to you. Because I remember when Joe Biden was running for president, and he said, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. You had so much to say. You couldn't even come out and say who you were going to vote for. But as soon as Kamala Harris threw her name out there, they running for the same damn party. Now you want to sit up here and endorse somebody. I might catch flack for what I'm getting ready to say. That's a fake ass brother. At the very least, a conditional one. He ain't full time. And all y'all that's capping for what he said to Neon, I feel the same damn way about you. Where was that energy for Andrew Schultz? Walked on that damn show. Hell, went from being on The Breakfast Club to having Charlemagne pop up on his show. Seemed like we real inconsistent. Seemed like we picking and choosing when we want to be damn offended. I'm saying that because Andrew Schultz made a derogatory comment about black women his damn self. So when do we hold down the sister? Only when she famous? Going about my business because they ain't a conversation. Okay, catching up now. Just tuning in. We'll say this while I catch up. The Ultimate Universe greatly affects the MCU. The MCU affects the comics. The Troy and the Ultimate increases the odds of us getting it in the comic. You got more faith than I do. I ain't saying you wrong. They just got to show me that they care. So I hope you're right. Oh no, not to pop the balloon. That's the grading show for both ends and absolutely. Come on, you see that? The host God's military, so it don't matter. Not at all. Scotty Hall. Got the doors out here looking like manly lesbian. That is the optic that gets tossed on black women in general. No one calls it out for the negative propaganda. No, they don't. Scott Hall, I'm hella late. What's going on, Scott Hall? What's going on? Our boy put feet on everybody now, right? So I just want us to think about it. Like I said, I'm married to a black woman. All my wives, have been black. So I don't want anybody thinking like that. And I understand our black women have to hold it down. But this ain't Themyscira. Like, that's the whole damn thing. And our folks gonna try and push it like that. This ain't the woman king. This ain't them scare. No, men and women live in harmony in Wakanda. That ain't what this is. I get it. I understand. The doors are some bad mamma jammers. God knows our army built them. Karama Horn did an excellent job with what she wrote about the doors. I'm not tripping. But the message we're sending, here's the thing. Just so we clear. Ladies, I need the ladies to understand where I'm going with this one. When me and my wife first met, we're together. We're going out. We're having a good time. A man says something out the way. That's my job. My wife is 5 feet. 5 feet. I'm 5'8.5". The dude that she was chirping with was about 6 feet tall. He was being stupid. I'm looking at her and I'm literally having to get her to calm down so I can go do what because see, here's the thing. If he touch her, I got to delete him. If he touch her, I got to delete him. If he touch her, there's no room for further conversation. There's no room to de-escalate the situation. If he puts his hands on her, I got to get him ghost, and that's my mindset. As I said to my wife, I will say this, and I hope women understand it. It is not my job to go back and forth with a woman. It's not my job to argue with a woman. It is never my job to put my hands on a woman. Why? Because I know too many women. Take that for however you want to. A phone call could easily be made. Hey, yeah, she tripping. See how that go? Yeah, she tripping. Oh, say less. Say less. Yes, we are playing a dangerous game when we're asking our women to be men. Because we're not asking that in any other culture. We're encouraging that over here, and I get it. You want my woman to go to the front line because, see, if I don't have my woman, I don't have a mini-me. I ain't stupid. If I don't have my woman, I don't have a mini-me. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm going to have my mini-me. So encouraging my woman to go up and run up on a man, no. She got a man. She got a man. She got a protector, whether that's her man or not. And that's the imagery we don't want out there. That black men, it's our responsibility to take care of our black women, whether that's our black woman or not. It ain't even supposed to matter. So, but anyway, once again, I love the artwork though. I love the artwork. Stefano, you put your foot in it. You did. You did. And we see the airship come down. We see T'Challa step out like it's not. Our boy got that dramatic effect, right? We've been getting a lot of dramatic entrances, right? From T'Challa, a lot of dramatic poses being drawn by Stefano Caselli. This right here, T'Challa, a cat-like, what we want to call that? A cat-like, I don't know what the hell to call it. Oh, damn. But it's a cat-like mech. That's what we call it. The mech knocks some folks off to the side. T'Challa makes his grand entrance. You got Khonshu and Raw. Now, you know what I appreciated about this whole story? Khonshu and Raw. You had Raw trying to get Khonshu to calm down. Like, hey, bro. Raw, by the way, is the one in the black suit. Khonshu was the one in the white suit that wanted all the smoke. And Raw kept telling him, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Yes, we do. No, we don't. No, we don't. We need to leave them folk alone. No. Khonshu wanted all the smoke. Well, we see what happened. The whole idea of Black Panther and his mythos was for him to be the best of us, not the worst. There you go. just being as fine as he want to be. Lord have mercy. Arguing with a woman is considered unmanly. A lot of young men confuse men and women being equal with same-sex treatment, a gay mindset. That's a woman saying that. See, that's a woman saying that. But my wife would tell you, I don't believe in arguing with no woman. I got a whole ass wife. What for? And the reason for that is real simple. If I'm arguing with a woman, no differently than I'm arguing with a man, then we're setting ourselves up for trouble. Yeah, we setting ourselves, because the more we argue, that gap gonna close. The more we argue, that gap gonna close. Right. No, that is not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing. The guy who strikes the woman first is gonna be just as wrong as the woman who struck the man first. No, we're not there. We are not there. We're not doing that. We can have a discussion. We can sit down, go get a bite to eat. But I no. You ain't my woman. You ain't my, no, hell no. My children, my wife, no, we're not doing that. Not doing that. I'm sorry. Got too many young men raised without male figures in their life. You can tell because they don't know how to talk to a male. Too many of them want to interact with a male like they would the N-word. Well, I'm gonna help some of you young brothers out. The N-word is not a male, and the male, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. The N-word could absolutely be a male. The N-word is not a man, and a man is not the N-word. There'll be some inconsistencies there, folks. Not really like, damn, what you said? Yeah, I said it. So we get everybody to War Room, issue 2, Faxel and Anon. This is when T'Challa told them to look out for Shorty and look out for Okoye, Faxel, and Anon, and they just disappeared. Now, Brian then brought them back recently, but he ain't really bringing them back like that. But I'm looking forward to it now. I'm looking for what I would like to do is get, well, here we go. I would love to get me some Faxel and Anon as co-leaders of the High Toots at Isaiah in the 616. We ain't got nobody running in right now. So we could get Faxel and Anon. Them some great names and everything like that. Go ahead and get them over there. We can get us another door named Ebony. Yeah, we go ahead. Yeah, we make it do what it do. Go ahead and get them on over there. So T'Challa tell them they need to look out for them. We think we know where Khonshu and Ra are. That's Faxel and Anon. They're hiding their power sources, moving from place to place. But when you cannot see evidence of your prey, you can find evidence of their camouflage. And he lets T'Challa know where everything at. They let him know. We are your spies, my king. Let us know you are needed here. We have a traitor within our walls. Who's the traitor? It isn't even fair at this particular point in time that should there be a traitor? Does a traitor make sense? Is what I want to know. At this, because are we really finna say Okoye sold out Wakanda because of Eric? Because T'Challa left him there. I don't know. That makes it real difficult to paint her as a traitor, knowing he left her there. I know, Maxine, that trauma is generational. I've been teaching for nearly 20 years. Newsflash, there are plenty of male figures in these kids' lives that aren't worth a damn. Oh, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it. You don't have to convince me. You don't. You don't have to convince me. I get it, and I consider myself very, very fortunate that my grandfather was in my life, because I don't know what it would have been like to have my grandfather and my father in my life, because even my grandfather, I think there's something there that's broken in a young boy when his father doesn't want it. I don't think we give that enough attention. as a mother, and I've seen it, you know, your daughters become your mini you, your best friends. And I see it on social media where they do this thing where who's the daughter, who's the mother. Mothers and daughters go spend time together, the hair day and everything like that. And you can't do that with your son, your mother. Your daughter looks at you, she's got that reassurance and looking at you. She sees what she can be and everything like that. When you're a boy, and the first person who should, second person who should want you rejects you. There was a part in here where Koye saying T'Challa was questioning whether or not he was good enough. Do you not know that's what you're going to wind up asking yourself as someone who, a black man, male, boy, who didn't have their father in their life? Are you good enough? There's never anything that you could do to make them proud of you because they're not around. Weird. But no, you're absolutely right, Miss Shaw. I don't believe I was so judgmental. Switch trash for irresponsible dumbasses. What do you say? Okoye went into business for himself. Yeah, I thought vaccine and now were the traitors in the beginning of the Ultimate Black Panther. I thought they were too. What did Scotty say? Someone has to break the cycle. Yeah, someone has to break the cycle. Someone has to break the cycle. I think social media makes that more complex than a little bit. Because when I'm looking at guys interact on social media, how to de-escalate situations aren't on full display at all. And so you will have folks disagreeing with each other, calling each other out their names and everything like that. And I'm sitting up here like, if they don't see, if Unc can't show them how to resolve a situation, who they going to? That said, moving on along to issue 2 and everything, we about up out of here. T'Challa tells Shorty he got to peace out. He need to go handle some business. The signal gets lost, right? When he pieces out, his aircraft goes down. He gets surrounded by the forces of Khonshu. Don't look good at all. And Aurora comes in, lights the place up. T'Challa is coughing on his bended knees, down on the ground, on bended knees. And my dog says, woman made of light. Woman made of light. Now this scene is paid off. Brian Hill done paid it off. We know it. It's Aurora. She is the woman of light and everything like that. Yeah. Going back to it though, we do ask the question. We do ask the question, who's the traitor? In essence, I don't know if the traitor storyline still makes sense at this particular point in time. If Alia Daly wrote that, it would have been Photon. Hey, you know what? So my thoughts, because I want to stay right here, make sure we stay on Storm and everything like that. In regards to the writer, I think the writer has done some great things in regards to bringing less mentioned black characters to the forefront. We've seen that throughout the series and everything like that. Immaculate job. He did that with Brother Voodoo, right? He did that with Frenzy, going all the way back to issue 1. Having Iska in the last issue of Storm was absolutely beautiful. I'm an Iska fan and everything like that. Adam Bashir pulled up in that issue. It's absolutely wonderful. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear? Hold on for a second. My fault. One of them things somebody wanted me to hear their music all the way across the street. I'm going outside. I'm like, damn. Oh, you parked all the way across the parking lot. Okay, well, yeah, you heard it, huh? You know what? Damn it. Hold on. See now. Hold on. Woo! All right. All right. Listen, young man had a nice ride too. Young man had a nice ride sitting on some 22s. That's what long money do, and it was this color purple too. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. What's it? Hey Theo, how did you do it? Hey, young fella. Hey, bro. First of all, that's a nice ride you got there. You got a nice ride there and everything like that. M to me, juicy fruit, music. I love it. I love it. You killing it. Look at the gray. I got a live though. I'm doing a podcast. And you know, when they hear the music, you get demonetized. Damn. Pound it up, going about our business and everything like that. Young dude too. Young dude. Notice what I said. Young dude. Young brother. Right. So, keeping up with these notes. Ooh, Lord. It's hot out there. Sunday live at the barbecue. Grandmaster Town said, I wonder if that's YouTube music, Sunday evening vibe. We could. Don't need no copyright strike. No, sir. We do not need that at all. Somebody jamming. Hey, man, it's a beautiful day outside and everything. Brother was just cleaning out the car and everything like that. And I ain't tripping, understand that and everything. Theo better than me. I be like, hey, turn it. Nah, hey, man. Like I said, I try and talk to people the way I want to always be talked to and everything like that. Folks don't know what you got going on. As my grandmother used to always say, you get more with sugar than you do with vinegar. Or at very least you're supposed to. Very least you're supposed to. So we got that issue and everything like that. What y'all thinking? Let's ask this question because we could go through this. How do you feel about Ultimate Black Panther thus far? We got the Lady of the Light. That's Aurora. I think if we had to say somebody was a traitor to Wakanda, it would be Madam Imala. That's the traitor. Cause she finna, there we go, just answered our own question. That's the traitor, the matron Imala. She finna sell out Wakanda. She finna sell out Wakanda to Xenon and everything like that. She going over there, she cutting the side deal. So I would say, now the question is, how does this all come together? The matron Amala needs Aurora and T'Challa to do what they gonna do to get the baby of the light. Now, yeah, Theo, so all them times Eric was with Aurora, nothing. T'Challa come through one time. My dog come through one time. See, yeah, him and Okoye, nothing. With Aurora, one time. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's some writing that could take place with that in and of itself. It is. Because what we're saying about Eric and Okoye. Right. Let me keep up with these notes. Where we at? Where we at? It holds my interest, which is a feat. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So we got T'Challa, we got Aurora. She's the lady of the light. I'm assuming she's pregnant. Xenon want the baby. The matron Amala is the traitor. What are we doing with Khonshu and Raw at this particular point in time? Because it don't seem like, I think the writing is a bit choppy. We know what he's like writing Blade. And with Blade, he ain't playing around. I don't know if I would use the word choppy. What I would say is this, and I could be wrong. I don't think I think he paced himself. That's the best way I can say it. I think he paced himself. I think, if you're being told to craft a story and that story has to take so long, right? 2 years, the story that you're writing to take up that 2-year time frame, does it actually take up that 2-year time frame when you write it? So when I look at Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther, choppy is not the word that I would use. I would say that choppy ain't the word. Choppy ain't the word. And I think where we're at in issue 18, we could have been at by issue 12. I think that's the best way I say it, because I think there have been, what's going on with Enon? What was it, Iman with the Source of Supreme? You see what I'm saying? Like, she ain't, when you look at it's like we're drawing stuff out to make the story last, if that makes sense. We're drawing stuff out to make the story last to that time frame and everything like that. I get it. If you already had this story in your mind, you had the beginning, you had the middle, and you had the end, then damn it, if they told you the story needed to last 10 issues, that story got to last 10 issues. That story needed to last 20 issues, it got to last 20 issues. You got to figure out the middle stuff. Because I guarantee you, he know how he going to end the story. He already know how he going to end the story. He just got to get there. The end of 18 could have been a fantastic end of 12, making it the end of your year. Yeah. It feels like two different writers were writing. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it is. I think that's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing. But I think that's what the problem is I have this story that I want to tell. I could tell it in X amount of issues, but this I gotta drag it out. I don't even like using the word drag, but it is to me, it is, if I had to compare it to something, a Black Panther story, and this might rub some folks the wrong way, because it's a long story. It's not a short story. There are things that take place in the midst of the story, but it's a long story. So it's long. This story is not a 12-issue story arc. This is a long story. I would wind up comparing it to Don McGregor's Jungle Action. Not as what's the word I'm looking for? Not as thick per se, not as wordy. I'll say that. Not as wordy as Don McGregor's run, but as far as the overall story being long in and of itself, yeah, I would say this reminds me more of Jungle Action. We keep up with these comments. We're gonna get on up out of here. We're gonna talk about some other stuff and then get up out of here. Got a question for the Ride With Me Nation. Do we think now that T'Challa is restoring potential, does that mean that the Okoye returning to the villain matters now? That's a great question. That's a great question. Not telling characters disappearing, they go to war, and by next issue things are resolved, or it's been months pushed forward into the future. Then we're dropped into another story arc. I'm still picking this up. Yeah, absolutely. Before we go, I put something on Twitter yesterday, last night, and I'm going to go ahead and incorporate it into this live. We had an hour and 31 minutes and everything like that. So Diamond, Marvel Select, the toy company, is going out of business. If there were action figures out there for pre-order that have not been filled, you're going to be refunded your money. If you spent money, they're not going to be made. When I look at the action figure landscape, and I'm saying this because I'm hoping somebody hear the sound of my voice. We've talked on this channel before about, actually it was on King Cam's channel where we talked about Black mythology, African mythology, things of that nature. Action figures are a way to get it out there. This is the time. This is the time for a group of people to come together and do something no differently than what a group of people did with Milestone Comics back in the day. Milestone Comics, those gentlemen, women, ladies, came together and realized there was a lane that needed to be filled for their particular people, and they filled it. Black superheroes told the story. Well, when we talk about action figures and everything like that, we are way too comfortable being consumers. We're way too comfortable being consumers when we don't have to be. We do not have to be. We have it within us to have our own action figure company and have that action figure company be the most successful. Notice what I said, most successful action figure company out there, point blank, period. But we got to stop being consumers. We're going to have to put our brains together. If this is really what we want to do, there's no such thing as it can't be done. It might be difficult. It's more difficult to do than somebody else. But there's no such thing that it can't be done. We could literally take this, turn the idea that we're speaking about here, turn it into a multi-billion-dollar business, and our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren will be good. It's our idea. It ain't going nowhere because we literally been talking about that for the past 3 years on the channel, and ain't nobody done a damn thing with it yet. It ain't because folks stopped buying action figures. That's what I would say. We have more influence than we know. Absolutely. This book is 24 issues minimum. There will be some filler. Yeah, absolutely. Blade was fast paced, but it was only 10 issues. You're absolutely right, Juju. He was also writing Blade too to say, yeah, absolutely. So that said, thank y'all so much for pulling up. This is a good read to Brian Hill and Mr. Caselli. Y'all doing the damn thing. Y'all are doing the damn thing. We coming back. We gonna finish the trip with you, and it will be one of those runs that we can say we glad we had. Now, are we gonna say it was a perfect run? No, we're gonna say the same thing we've been saying about everybody else. Good run. Appreciate you. Good looking. Good looking. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. They're saying we are out. We are out. If, not if, there's so much we can do with action figures. So much we can do. If you are an action figure collector, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are not an action figure collector, you're trying to it's a lot that can be done. It's a lot that can be done for us when it comes to act. It ain't even funny. Right in our with us, we have people that are Transformer fans, G.I. Joe fans, Marvel fans, DC fans, wrestling fans, world history fans, African history fans. Like, there's no action figure we can't touch. And because we have those of us thinking with Afrofuturism as our mindset, there's no diorama we can't create. It's just waiting on us. Time to stop talking about it. Time for us to formulate a plan, figure out, coming together. We interact with each other on social media. Okay, let's not just keep interacting on social media with each other for stuff that Marvel owns, for stuff that DC owns. Let's interact on social media, set up our own private talk space, and get our business started. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So with that said, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius, Chadwick Boseman, one said love, peace, and soul. That's what I'm wishing to you. The other one fought for what he believed in. There was no such thing as we can't boycott. Well, you a fan of one, you a fan of the other, you should be capable of doing exactly what they did. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.